Let me ask you a question right away. What would it feel like to be born as the son of the greatest football player in history? Imagine being only a few years old, just learning how to walk, and already having the entire world watching you, waiting to see whether you will become the next Messi. That's not just a fantasy, that's the real life of Thiago Messi, the eldest son of Lionel Messi. From the moment he was born in 2012, cameras flashed, journalists wrote headlines, and fans started making predictions about his future. No ordinary childhood, right? Now think about it. Most kids get to make mistakes in peace, but Thiago can't even miss a kick without someone recording it and posting it online. The pressure of being Messi's son is bigger than anything we can imagine. And today we are going to dive deep into this fascinating story. Is Thiago really following in his father's footsteps, or is he carving out his own path that no one expects? By the end of this video, you'll see that Thiago's journey is about more than just football. It's about legacy, pressure, and the freedom to be yourself. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so you never miss our deep dives into football's most interesting stories. Also, drop a comment down below. Do you think children of football legends should try to live up to their parents' careers, or should they just do what makes them happy? Your answer might be featured in the next video. All right, let's get started. Thiago Messi entered the world on November 2nd, 2012, right at the peak of Lionel Messi's dominance at Barcelona. Messi was collecting Ballon d'Or trophies year after year, breaking records that nobody thought were possible, and dazzling fans with his incredible goals and dribbles. So when his first son was born, people didn't just celebrate the news like any normal baby announcement. They treated it like the arrival of a prince, an heir to the throne of football. Media outlets called him the future of Argentina. Fans joked that Barcelona should sign him at birth, and everyone assumed he would naturally become a footballer. But here's the twist. Thiago wasn't obsessed with football in the beginning. In fact, Messi himself admitted in interviews that Thiago was more into cartoons, superheroes, and other kids' activities than he was into chasing a ball. Can you imagine the shock of the world hearing that the son of Lionel Messi wasn't automatically a football fanatic? This shows us something important. Legacy is not destiny. Just because your father is the best player of all time doesn't mean you are born with the same passion. But one thing was certain. Thiago was surrounded by football, whether he liked it or not. His father's life was football. His home was filled with jerseys, trophies, and celebrations. And his earliest memories were probably watching his dad score in Champions League finals. Growing up in that environment sets the stage for curiosity. Whether or not Thiago loved football right away, the sport was always waiting for him, like a destiny he could choose to accept or reject. For a long time, fans wondered, would Thiago actually play football seriously? The answer came when Messi moved to Paris Saint-Germain in 2021. With his dad joining PSG, Thiago was enrolled into the club's youth academy. This was a major step, because PSG's academy is no joke. It has produced some world-class talents and runs with professional discipline, even for kids. Suddenly, Thiago wasn't just Messi's son kicking a ball for fun. He was officially training at one of Europe's biggest academies. Reports from coaches said that Thiago was hardworking, disciplined, and starting to show some technical ability. Of course, skeptics immediately said, he's only there because of his last name. But that's where things get complicated. Yes, having Messi as your dad probably opens doors, but at the same time, it puts more pressure on you than any other kid in the academy. If Thiago makes a mistake, people criticize. If he scores, people say it's only because of his dad's genes. That kind of spotlight is exhausting for a child. Imagine yourself at 9 or 10 years old, running on a pitch, and knowing that strangers online will analyze your every move. It's scary. But to Thiago's credit, he kept going, training with kids his age, making friends in the academy, and slowly falling in love with the game. Even Messi noticed this change and said that Thiago was becoming more interested in football as he grew older. Maybe it wasn't instant, but the spark had finally been lit. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the pressure of being Lionel Messi's son. Think about it. Most kids get encouragement for just scoring one goal at a school match. But if Thiago scores, people compare him to Messi scoring in a Champions League final. Every dribble is analyzed, every shot is compared, every mistake is magnified. It's impossible to live a normal footballing life under those conditions. Even Lionel Messi himself admitted that he doesn't want to put pressure on Thiago or his brothers. He wants them to play the game only if they love it, not because the world expects it. But the truth is, pressure comes whether Messi wants it or not. Fans are hungry for the next Messi, and Thiago is their only realistic candidate. This is both a gift and a curse. On one hand, he has access to the best training, the best advice, and the best role model in football history. On the other hand, he can never escape the comparisons. Just look at Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. He faces the same pressure. Every time he plays, people debate whether he will be as good as his father. The same will happen with Thiago, maybe even more intensely because of who Messi is. It raises an important question. Is it even fair to expect kids of legends to become legends themselves? Or should we just enjoy watching them grow without expectations? Thiago isn't alone in this journey. His younger brothers, Matteo and Ciro, share the same spotlight. Matteo, especially, has become famous among fans for his mischievous personality, sometimes celebrating when Barcelona's opponents scored, just to tease his dad. Clips of Matteo went viral, and people began calling him the entertainer of the Messi family. Ciro, the youngest, is still too small to show his personality, but there's no doubt he'll grow up surrounded by the same football-crazy environment. For Thiago, having brothers by his side makes the pressure a little easier. The attention is spread out, and he doesn't have to carry the full weight alone. More importantly, Messi and Antonella have worked hard to give their kids a balanced life. They don't want them to feel trapped by fame. Messi has said he values his family life more than anything, and that he tries to keep his kids grounded, sending them to school, letting them play with friends, and treating them like normal children as much as possible. Of course, normal is a relative word when your dad is Messi, but the intention matters. Supportive family, siblings to share the spotlight, and a father who understands pressure better than anyone, these are Thiago's greatest advantages. So what kind of player is Thiago becoming? Interestingly, he's naturally right-footed, unlike his dad, who is famously left-footed. Already that makes him different. Coaches say he has good ball control, passing vision, and composure for his age. He's not a flashy dribbler like his father, at least not yet, but he shows signs of being intelligent on the pitch. Still, let's keep things real. At his age, many kids look talented, and only a small fraction ever become professional players. The road is long, filled with obstacles, and even with his father's support, Thiago will have to decide if he truly wants this life. It's possible he could grow into a great player, maybe even play professionally, but it's also possible he could choose a completely different path. And that's the beauty of it. Thiago doesn't have to be the next Messi, he just has to be Thiago. The comparisons will never end, but maybe that's okay. Some kids of legends have thrived like Paolo Maldini's son Daniel, who plays professionally. Others chose different careers. Either way, Thiago's story is just beginning, and the next decade will tell us whether he follows the path of football greatness or surprises everyone with a new direction. So, does Lionel Messi's son really follow in his father's footsteps? The answer, at least for now, is a mix of yes and no. Yes, Thiago has started playing football seriously, joining PSG's youth academy and showing signs of skill. But no, he's not just a copy of Messi, and maybe he never will be, and that's perfectly fine. What matters most is that Thiago has the freedom to choose. He can be a footballer if he loves it, or he can walk away if he doesn't. That's the real legacy. Messi wants to give his son the choice to live life without being crushed by the weight of expectation. And honestly, maybe that's a greater gift than any trophy. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Thiago will grow into football's next superstar? Or will he shock the world by choosing a completely different path? Drop your answers in the comments, I'll be reading them all. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next story. And share this with your football-loving friends because the debate about Thiago Messi's future is just getting started. Stay tuned, because in the next video we're going to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. And trust me, his story is just as fascinating with twists you won't believe. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.